Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Elevate Your Life podcast. My name is Paul Croto, and I'm here with Cheryl Morley.
Hello. Oh my gosh, Paul, I'm super excited to be here today. I just have to tell you because we are going to talk about something so exciting to me. And I want everyone to join us and be with us and kind of all get together and really make a change in our lives. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
I don't want to say
I'm
this.
sure that people are wondering, why are they doing a podcast on a Sunday? This is very odd. Football Sunday, and we're doing a podcast like crazy.
Yeah, and Paul, I understand that it's football Sunday, but it's also church Sunday. Okay? So
That's right. That's a good point, Cheryl.
thank you.
Good point. But it's one of the biggest days of the year.
It is. It is.
And why is it one of the biggest days of the year, Cheryl?
Well, now, Paul, ever since I met you, you're into this thing where you like count and see things, and you're really a systems guy. And I would never in a million years know this because that is not the way I think. But you guys, today marks the day that there are only 100 days left in 2024.
Yeah, it was a little shocking to me, actually. I've been off all year because because it's September 21st is always 100 days left in the year. I have this day marked on my calendar every single year. Now this is my day to hit it strong, hit it hard, but this year being a leap year, it's now the 22nd. Hence why we're doing it today on a Sunday and not yesterday on the 21st.
Yeah. Well, it's just amazing that you would even know that, Paul. And I know it's marked in your calendar.
I'm sure all of our listeners have this day circled on their calendar every year.
Yeah. Not me. Not me.
Or not. Yeah.
Well, you know what actually, I'll tell
Cheryl's
you.
favorite thing to say is, Paul, there's not many people like you. Okay.
No.
Let's just be honest here.
Yeah, there might not be any because I'm here thinking, exactly is Halloween? When is Thanksgiving? So, and
now, a lot of people are like, wow, 100 days left in the year. Where did all the time go?
Well, yeah. And what I like to say, Paul, is let's not worry about what happened in the past. Let's concentrate on now and the future because that is much better.
You're correct in saying that. And we're guessing. Now, we could be wrong, but we're guessing there might be a few of our listeners that admit, it's September 22nd, and you're in your mind, you maybe did a review recently, and you're like, this year isn't going exactly as planned. I had this great plan on January 1st, and this year was going to be the most amazing year of my entire life. And, it hasn't been bad, but maybe some things went sideways, this or that, and you got a little off track here and there.
Like the entire year.
And other people, the entire year has been a big dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure there's that out there too.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about this, though, is we can shift our mindset, right? Because that's really what we have to do that. We've got to shift our mindset. We can't worry about, the passing of time or anything like that, but we just have to focus on this next 100 days. And I love it because you can totally elevate. You can completely change what your year would look like from this point on, or from if you're looking at the past, you're like, oh my God, this is never gonna be good. But now if we just focus on some things we can do and some fun things we can do, Paul, I always like to have fun. We have to have fun. But we can focus on this next 100 days and really make a difference. Even elevating 1% every single day will make a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And being football Sunday, got to use a football analogy today. So what makes me feel good, and what should make all of you feel good that are listening to this, is that most football games are won and lost in the fourth quarter. And if you're anything like me, back in high school, college, we may not have started all the projects when we first were assigned a project. We may have waited until a few days before it was due before we actually did it. So if any of you listeners out there have that kind of mindset, or had that kind of mindset in your project approach, then this won't be any different for you. This will be like, oh, it's game time now. I work best under the crunch. And let me tell you, truth be told, success loves speed. So it's fantastic to pick 100 days or a 90-day, 100-day time period and just decide to go hard. And I'm gonna finish strong this year, no matter how the thing started, how the year's going. Doesn't matter if it's been great or horrible or anything in between. The bottom line is fourth quarter now. Got 100 days left. So let's go hard, and we're going to go hard together. All of us, Cheryl and I, will be with you every step of the way during these last 100 days. But we're making a serious, hard commitment to being with you and making these last 100 days the best 100 days of 2024.
Yeah, and I love it. So we are going to do a Finish Strong Challenge. That's what, and I love that name. I love that it's the Finish Strong Challenge. And when Paul and I were first talking about this, it's like, okay, the Finish Strong Challenge. Well, that's great, but why? Like, why are we gonna, first of all, why are we gonna call it Finish Strong Challenge? And what does that have to do if I finish strong? What happens next year? Right?
Yeah.
Like, what happens at the end of 2024? And so I love this whole idea of Finish Strong 2024 so that we can start fast in 2025. Because, and Paul, you and I were talking a little bit about this earlier, and I just find it fascinating that I'm kind of the type that's, I kind of already mentioned it a little bit, but it's like, well, gosh, this whole thing this year, it hasn't been what I wanted it to be. I set my goals, and February 14th was about when I when I got off track.
Sideways, yeah.
Right. And so, just being able to say, hey, it's kind of like a restart. I think the Finish Strong Challenge is kind of like a restart, and just saying, hey, I know Halloween's coming. I know Thanksgiving's coming. I love Christmas. I love all those. So I would get in this thing where I would be like, you know what? I am going to start fast on January 1st, 2025. Right. And that's what I would always do. So I'd set my goals like on the 1st or the 2nd. Paul, I know that it's not the time to set your goals. You need to do it a little bit before that. But I would do that. And then by, again, February 14th, I would be frustrated. I'd be confused. I wouldn't be, I'd be like, oh, here I am by myself. What in the world? All of these things. And so I just love, first of all, that we're finishing strong. And second, that we have a community to do it all together.
Yeah. Yeah, today's like a super, super important day because it's a decision we're going to make today. And one option is the mindset you just described, where we could just say, listen, it's been not a good year. Halloween's coming up. Then there's Thanksgiving. Then there's Christmas, and I got to go Christmas shopping and I got to do this. So you know what? Let's just call this a wash and then start fresh on January 1st. Like that's one mindset you could take. Sure. Or you could join us in this 100-day challenge and say, no, that's not how this is going to happen, because how I feel on New Year's Eve matters to me. We're going to be doing an end of year review, and you want to be able to look back this year and be like, can I chalk 2024 up as a win? And it's super, super important to chalk up these years as wins as you add up the years together. That's how you become successful and really design that life you want. So let's not throw the whole year away, no matter how it's been going, and decide, no, this is the day I'm gonna finish strong, and you can accomplish so much, as Cheryl just mentioned, in the next 100 days, and especially doing it with us and doing it with the whole community, because there's thousands of people doing it with you that are going to make these last 100 days all they can be, and we're going to be with you again every step of the way. And what's going to happen is not only are you going to feel great on New Year's Eve, but as we know, as John Maxwell teaches us, it's about the big mo. There's nothing more important than the big mo, which is momentum. So the person who's starting from scratch on January 1st is just about getting going. The other person who did the 100-day challenge is cruising into 2025, and they got head start. They're out on a full sprint, so next year by this time, you've crushed it for 9 months or 12 months already now. So you could take some time off now, and be, a year from now and be like, listen, I crushed these past 12 months. And I have the luxury now that I'm so far ahead that I can take some time off. But now this isn't the time right now. This is the time to hit it hard and finish this year strong. It's again, games won in that fourth quarter, and this is your fourth quarter of life.
Yeah, I love that, Paul. And I love that you said that decisions determine destiny, right? And so it's the decision that we make, and we have to make that decision. So that's really what I had to do. Because I kind of like pussyfoot around. That might be a farm term, Paul. But anyway, like, yeah. But I just kind of like, I don't really commit 100%. I don't really like make that decision to be all in. And so that's what I had to do. And that may be what you have to do. You know, you have to make that decision. We're going to give you some great tips, some ideas. We're going to give you a little bit of homework to do. We're going to let you know where you can join us and everything. But I love to remember too, Paul, that it's not about being perfect, right? And I have to tell, because and I know, especially when I was younger, if I would try something like, I'm like, oh, I want to play the violin. And so my mom's like, okay, we have to go through all this stuff. And, you know, money was tight. So we really didn't have the money for that. Well, listen, I'd been playing the violin for, I think, about 2 days. And I wasn't really that good at it. So I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm quitting.
Right.
Right. And so for me, it's super important to just remember, hey, it's that 1% every single day that we want to elevate in all different areas of our life. That's what makes a difference. And that's really what helps me kind of step out there and make that decision that, yes, you might fail. That's okay. What did you learn? Right? You're going to learn something from that. And just really being able to take that on and saying, listen, this is it. I'm going to make this decision. I'm going to do it. And I am going to create the life that I love. Right. And so I just love that. And I think one of the biggest things I love, Paul, you know, I love community. I love doing it with other people. I love us all being together. So that is probably one of the biggest things that I'm really excited about, is that we can do it all together and, you know, and help each other, support each other, share our challenges and our celebrations and all those different things. So that's probably what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, me too. So let's give the people their homework assignment. So if you decide to take this challenge on with us, got to do a few things. Number one, you got to join the tribe. If you're not in the tribe yet, you just go to Facebook and then type in Elevate Tribe. So it's Elevate, ELEV, and the number 8, and then the word tribe, and ask to join the Facebook group. We'll approve you. We'll get you into the group so you can be with everybody else. And then what you got to do is you got to go to elevateyourlife.com and enter your name and email address to join the challenge. Right on the main page, as soon as you go to the website, you'll see a fill-in blank. Just fill in your name and email address. So we'll keep you up to date on the challenge and everything that's going on with it. And then Cheryl, let's just talk about for a minute here. Really, you know, give people some pointers on how to take some time today to reflect on the results that they want to achieve in these last 100 days of the year. Really write these down. You just don't have them in your mind, but get a piece of paper out and pen and say, what do I really want to happen by New Year's Eve? Yeah. You know, maybe just 2-3 things max. You know, what are the top 3 things that I want to happen, the actual result that I want to achieve by New Year's Eve? So now we got a date, and we want to get specific on what is the result we're trying to achieve by that.
Yeah, I think that is so important. I was just listening to this interviewer and asked Oprah, what's one of the biggest things that you've noticed with all of the people that you have interviewed in your life? And she's interviewed thousands. We know that, thousands and thousands of people. And she just has such incredible insight. But she just said that the reason that she believes people fail in life, do not get to where they want to go, is because they don't even know. They don't know the results that they want. So I think it's super important. And look, if you've never done this before, if you've never said, hey, listen, I need to know the result that I want, because that was that's about the place that I was in a few years ago, right? Is I never even thought about it. And I certainly didn't want to write it down, because what if I didn't do it? What if I didn't get it done? What if I failed? That was my thing, right? And I would let myself down. So I just said, oh, well, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But really, if you can sit down and think about, and what I like to do, Paul, is like a couple of things, is like maybe have something, for your body. Like, what would you like to do? Like, would you like to lift weights, consistently? Would you like to walk, get 10,000 steps in a day? Would you like to maybe, you've been thinking about that carnivore diet, and you've read it and done everything, but you just haven't been able to like really take that step. So just know the result. Or you could do it maybe with spirituality, or there's a number of different areas in life that I think are so important that you could really elevate. And so just think about the result that you want there, and don't overwhelm yourself, please, right? I mean, it's like, we don't need 55 things that you're going to do by the end of the year, right? Just like Paul said, 3 things, 3 little things that will help you elevate that area of your life. I mean, you will be, I love the whole idea of 1% a day, Paul, just
Yeah.
1% better a day you can pick 3 areas, or, just pick 3 things in one area, whatever you want to do, but know the
Yeah,
result.
absolutely. I mean, there's people right now, again, that are going to throw in the towel and they're going to gain 15, 20 pounds by the end of the year. But then there's other people who are going to do this with us and lose 10, 15 to 20 pounds by New Year's Eve. So, I mean, how would you feel right now if you lost 20 pounds by New Year's Eve? I mean, a lot of people will be like, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'd feel so awesome about myself if that happened. So these are the type of things we're thinking about. But you got to go through the 8 areas of life and decide, maybe it's my body, like Cheryl said, or it's my spirit or my mind. Or so we're during these next 100 days, we're going to go through all 8 areas with you and talk about them and give you, Cheryl and I have come up with like a 5 to thrive in every single area. And what are the the 5 things to do in that area that will move you towards achieving that result in that area that you want to elevate that area.
Yeah.
So, we'll be giving you all of that along the way, but we just want you to take some time today to really think about, boy, the next 100 days, what would I really like to accomplish? Maybe it's just improving your relationship with your children, or some books you want to read by the end of the year, or whatever it is. It's just having those results written down and deciding that this is what's going to happen by the end of the year. And it's going to, by doing that, we'll talk a lot about, the opinion that you have of yourself and all the things that go into changing that, and being able to have just some small habits that you do every day and what that can do for your self-confidence by doing that over time. So we got a lot planned. I'm super excited about all the things we have going on over the next 100 days. And I really hope you decide to join us on this, because, I just want us to finish 2024 strong together, and really set up ourselves for an incredible 2025. So I'm really looking forward to these 100 days, Cheryl.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome, Paul. This is so wonderful. And we were so excited. It's been such a pleasure today spending time with each and every one of you. So stay committed and stay consistent. And remember that you have the power to elevate your life and the lives of those around you. We can't wait to see you next time. Bye.